Welcome to Victory Ring's Overdrive, here in beautiful Thetford Mines, Quebec, on the 29th of September 2018. I am Colin Scully. Alongside me, we've got Dr. Bob.
And what a matchup here we have for you fans here at Victory Ring. We've got Jesse Champagne versus Surfer Mitch. That technical acumen of Jesse versus the high-flying prowess of Surfer Mitch. These two are very well known to each other. What a matchup. I'm excited to see this one. And the Prince of Old School making his entrance, really not endearing himself to the fans. It's going to be a whole different story once we see Surfer Mitch, beloved across the country, especially here in Quebec. These two men know each other very well. As I said, they've been in locker rooms across the entire province. And when you get people with this much experience in the ring, you know you're going to have a barn burner of a match.
We hear the music and we know what that means. It's time for Surfer Mitch. High-flying action during all of his matches. We know what to expect here. But Dr. Bob, we touched on it a little bit before here. We touched on the clash of styles. For the fans that haven't seen either of these two wrestlers, what are we going to expect from this match here?
Well, I think the story that we're going to see before us is of Surfer Mitch and of Jesse Champagne using these clash styles. Surfer Mitch, obviously, the high-flying prowess does he have. If you have never seen him, folks, get ready. This man will pull off moves that you never thought humanly possible, that you've never seen in a wrestling match before. The just crispness he brings to his flying arsenal is something to behold. Jesse Champagne, obviously, he's got a lot of technical acumen, and unfortunately, he does take a lot of shortcuts. Hopefully, that doesn't come into play here tonight. I can't wait to see this one on this amazing crowd and amazing card we have here at Overdrive.
Jesse almost...
He's got a scowl on his face.
I don't want to say stalking his prey almost, but...
Hey, he might be thinking it right now. He's just boring a hole with his eyes right through Surfer Mitch. There is no love lost between these two.
The bell rings and we get underway here.
For this 15-minute matchup, this exhibition between these two. Victory Ring fans, you're in for a treat.
We see Jesse offering the handshake to Surfer Mitch there. Surfer Mitch goes for the handshake, and then Jesse turns around and refuses there.
There's royalty himself here, the Prince of Old School, not endearing himself. And I think Surfer Mitch should have known a little bit better. They go for the collar and elbow tie-up. Very, very tight side headlock. Mitch has got to get out here and sends him off the ropes using a little bit of that momentum. Kips up. Fans, that's just a little taste of what he's bringing to this matchup.
We see both men trying to regroup here. We see Jesse Champagne almost going to the back, trying to take a little bit of a break now.
I think it's just a little mental lapse here he had. He doesn't want to be absolutely outclassed by Surfer Mitch, so he's going to have to stick to his game plan. Try not to let Mitch's strutting and some of his fan appeal bother him too much. That side headlock drags him down. A la Arn Anderson. He's got a very, very tight clasp onto the side of his head. And a repeat of what we just saw. Surfer Mitch will not be denied.
Jesse Champagne seems surprised at how quickly.
A little insulted, I think.
Now we see Surfer Mitch going into the side headlock.
Look at the pain on his face. He's got it in really tight. Control the arm to break out of it. Has him in almost a top wrist lock, but goes right back to the side headlock. In case you forgot what his name was, folks.
Yeah. See Jesse bouncing over, but then Surfer Mitch bouncing right back up with the kip up, then slammed back to the ground.
One too many times to the well. Jesse not enjoying some of the tactics of Surfer Mitch, is just trying to bring the crowd back into his favor. Ducks under, uses his speed to his advantage, drop to hold right into the corner. Surfer Mitch already going to the top. We might see short work. Not paid by the hour. Surfer Mitch is going for the fast win there. And I think he was setting up for either a shooting star or his 450. Both of the moves that he employs just with a crispness and beauty through the air of his arsenal.
We see Jesse taking to those shortcuts again there, going outside to the ring. The referee reminding him that he does have until the count of 10.
Breaks the count, but goes right back, forcing the ref to start his count all over again. It gives him a little breather. Fan, he's made himself a timeout. And I think he's forgetting this is a wrestling match. He's doing a little light cardio outside, Colin.
I think he's also forgetting that there's a 15-minute time limit here. Resetting the count again is Jesse Champagne. Surfer Mitch almost looking a little bit confused as to what Jesse is doing.
I think disgusted is more like it. Does he have time to jaw-jack with his fans? Surfer Mitch offering him the competitive and gentlemanlike opening of the ropes. Jesse a little tentative.
Snapping the arm off the apron.
Shortcut taken.
Deep arm drag. Surfer Mitch.
Well, fans, you might have been very familiar with the tag team Surfer Mitch had, and it was a very successful one with Travis Toxic, that Toxic Wave. But since reaching out and just becoming a singles wrestler once again, Surfer Mitch has seen a lot of success all over the province. Jesse Champagne, well known for all of his success and all of his various victories over opponents. I think he has a few over Surfer Mitch as well. Both these guys, like I said before, train relatively at the same time, doesn't have too much of an experience over each other, very evenly matched in that aspect. I just wish, Colin, though, that Jesse didn't take those shortcuts that he did. He is too skilled a competitor to have to rely on that. Dragging the head, scraping across the eyes. The short arm wringer he did before, too. Back to the deep arm drags. Ricky Steamboat-esque. And what that does, Colin, too, is not only does it make your opponent a little bit more, desperate to try to get out of it, but also throws him off his equilibrium, making him dizzy, making him easier, more susceptible to a pin. Right now, he's got him in a submission.
You see Jesse Champagne trying to fight out of it here.
Well, that's the problem that Surfer Mitch has. He's a little bit too far from Jesse's body, giving him a little bit of leverage.
Slamming him into the corner there is Jesse Champagne.
Oh!
Big shot to the face.
Strong forearm from Jesse Champagne, the Prince of Old School. Knocks Mitch right out, and all that momentum that Mitch had for a second. Down to zilch. You get a high flyer off his feet like that, I don't know what much else he can do. Those forearms could be match enders. That European uppercut sent his head really goes for the pin.
Pin one.
Only a one count. That determination that Mitch always had. He is tenacious, never gives up. On top of his athleticism, I think the only thing that eclipses that is his fighting spirit and his heart. I hate to see this, Jesse again going for these shortcuts, a boot to the side of the head and just grinding into the temple, folks.
And that's one thing especially that I like about Surfer Mitch, is that with most wrestlers, when you have Jesse Champagne taking the shortcuts like Jesse Champagne is, all the other wrestlers, we see Jesse Champagne there, he's teetering, he has his tights pulled down.
Fans, we apologize for that, but he's trying to get the win, that sunset flip.
Complaining to the referee.
It's a full mode out here tonight in Thetford Mines.
Referee pushing down Jesse Champagne.
You can't put your hands on the ref. He is the authority here. Goes up for the wheelbarrow bulldog.
What a move from Surfer Mitch. Now going in to a pin. 1, 2. Kick out at 2.5 from Jesse Champagne. Oh! Shot to the stomach from Jesse.
The La Magistral pin was not enough to finish off Jesse Champagne, and he does what he does best, stops the momentum, grounds him. Whether or not you call it a cheap shot, I don't know, but that meant, oh no.
Oh no, we see Jesse Turning to the fans.
Oh, I thought he was trying to pull something out of the knee pass. Thankfully, he's keeping it a little more straight and narrow.
At this point, Dr. Bob, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls something.
That man probably's got a chain, probably got a wrench even in there.
We're going for a little power of the punch, maybe.
Oh, no.
Now we see Jesse using the ropes in the count of 5 to his advantage.
That should be no count of 5. The referee is in full discretion here after all these shorthanded tactics to disqualify him. Definitely in his rights.
We see Jesse continuing the shots to the face of Surfer Mitch, grabbing him in the corner and driving his head and neck area to the turnbuckle.
I'm really disappointed in these shortcuts Jesse's taken. You can see how good and how technically proficient that man is, but every single time another shot to the eyes, another choke, another boot to the side of the head, and he keeps on continuing to take these shortcuts.
Surfer Mitch trying to help gain momentum from the crowd here.
The fans are behind him, willing him to his feet.
Surfer Mitch getting the shots to the stomach, but Jesse Champagne runs him right back into the corner.
Back elbow. He's got to use this momentum, got to use this advantage.
Surfer Mitch up to the top, misses, but he rolls back
through.
out of it. Spine buster.
That could have been it. Goes for the pin.
One.
Hooks the outside leg.
2.5 kick out from Surfer Mitch.
Jesse a little bit exhausted there. Didn't put all his weight across his shoulders, making it a little bit easier for Surfer Mitch to kick out. A pin a little bit higher up on the body would have been more successful. But he must get right back on his opponent. Cannot let up. Prince of old school goes for one of the old school moves in the book. Headlock.
You see Surfer Mitch fading.
That might be the problem too with somebody with such a high flying style. You ground him and you start to take the wind out of him. It takes a lot of energy out of you to try to maintain that high velocity.
The referee dropping the arm.
With a third one, this matchup could be it.
No, we see Surfer Mitch still feeding off of the crowd, still feeding off of the momentum. Elbow shots to the stomach of Jesse Champagne. Running off the ropes, but back into the sleeper hold is Jesse.
Chin breaker.
We see Jesse Champagne teetering.
Staggering
Surfer Mitch
on spaghetti legs. Hits the corner.
Big clothesline from Surfer Mitch, and he goes to another kick.
A leg lariat puts him off his feet. Tilt the whirl. Head scissors. We've seen this. Oh!
What a kick from Jesse. Or what a
Basement
kick from
drop.
Surfer Mitch, rather.
Into Jesse. He might be thinking he's Surfer Mitch at this point.
Surfer Mitch going to the top.
The beautiful sky high cross body block.
What a shot to the face of Surfer Mitch. He knocked him straight out.
That might be
One,
folks.
2. Kick out at 2.5 from Surfer Mitch.
I'm shocked by the resiliency of Surfer Mitch. That straight forearm, a third one or fourth one perhaps in this matchup. I thought that was it, folks, but it keeps on kicking out. He keeps on fighting.
Jesse Champagne throwing Surfer Mitch out to the floor as we get another look at that amazing shot to the face from Jesse Champagne.
Don't ever count out Surfer Mitch. The man keeps on fighting. If I know anything about him, he will not give up if he still has a breath in his body.
Jesse Champagne taking his time to regroup after that amazing sequence of action here.
When I see that look on his face, that man doesn't want any more of this matchup. He's hoping for a count-out victory.
Surfer Mitch back into the ring. Of course, almost looks like he was tossed right back out, but Surfer Mitch turns it around.
Tit for tat. Sends out Jesse. Wow.
Headbutt from Jesse Champagne. We're going tit for tat in Thetford Mines today, Dr. Bob.
Try to say that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
And Surfer Mitch looks like the high tide has just wiped him out. There he is. I don't know if he's going to be able to kick.
Doesn't look like it.
6,
Referee at a
folks.
count of 6. What we do have to take into account as well, this match is scheduled for 15-minute time.
Folks, that was almost it. Almost a 10 count for Surfer Mitch.
We see Jesse Champagne playing mind games with Surfer Mitch.
I don't think he's just upset at this point. He's like, why can't Surfer Mitch just quit?
Shot to the face, shot to the side of the head there from Jesse Champagne.
More forearms, more fists, more elbows. The man is playing a striking game here, but Surfer Mitch will not be denied.
Back elbow to Jesse Champagne. We see a kick to the face from Surfer Mitch, another back elbow.
Well, he's not the only one who could throw elbows.
Another back elbow, and this time Surfer Mitch.
Oh, he gets him with another huge elbow. Pump kick. Rolling elbow. Folks, he's just collapsed.
Is this the end? Surfer Mitch is looking to put Jesse Champagne away here.
And gain this victory here at Victory Ring.
Announcer telling the fans there's 2 minutes left in this match.
There's 15 time limit. Up and over. Ducks. Oh!
DDT from Jesse
The
Champagne.
Arn Anderson Classic. He's got
Two.
both ducks out.
2.5.
All his weight
Surfer Mitch.
on top of his shoulders, on top of his body, folding him like an accordion, and that still was not enough. What is it going to take?
We see Jesse Champagne going back to that sleeper hold, but Surfer Mitch reverses it.
Oh! Not again!
Whoa.
Folks, it can't end this way!
1, 2, 2.5. Jesse Champagne. What more can he do?
Mitch, the definition of tenacious. He will not give up. What?
Surfer
His
Mitch
boots
ripping
off.
his boot off.
No. Almost let his emotions get the better of him and just get disqualified.
Jesse Champagne reverting to those tactics yet again, hitting him with his other boot. 1, 2, 2.5 kick out from Surfer Mitch.
He's just in socks at this point, folks.
At this point, I don't think Jesse Champagne really even cares about getting the win.
Well, I disagree with Jared. I think he's doing every single thing he can to get the win. He's pulling out all stops.
See him going for a super kick reverse.
What?
DDT on the apron.
Dangerous!
Surfer Mitch going up to the top. Not much time left to see what he can do.
Going for the 450!
Splash. But it was too late.
Folks, what's happening here? We've just heard from the officials. The match has been called a time limit draw. He was seconds, mere seconds away from winning it.
Surfer Mitch asking for 5 more minutes to put Jesse Champagne away. The fans want it and Surfer Mitch wants it, but let's see if Jesse Champagne wants it.
Not gonna repeat those words.
We hear the chants from the crowd continuing.
The fans want it. Mitch wants it. Oh!
But Jesse Champagne resorting to the tactics again.
Hightailing it out of here.
The last minute, it looked like we were going to have the 5 more minutes that Surfer Mitch wanted.
The fans voicing their disapproval. Unfortunately, we don't see 5 more minutes. But folks, what a matchup we saw here. They pulled out all the stops to try to get the win.
Not the result that Surfer Mitch wanted here. Nonetheless, an amazing match, and we've got more amazing matches right here on Overdrive.